Good morning, everybody. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Welcome. Hello. Hump Day. How are you all this hump day? I'm going to be channeling for twin flames this morning. What's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine? Has there been any change? We've got some advice from the guides for us. I'll also be giving mini reads as well. So if you're on here live with me, you're not watching the replay, you can get a mini read too. Check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to get a mini read. It's by donations. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment for your donations. You can also use Super Chat, Super Sticker here on YouTube if that's easier for you. After you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. Now, it can be a very specific question if you want. It can be vague. It can be just guidance from your higher self or guidance about your love life or something like that. Totally up to you. Please, one question per donation as well. If you're doing the minimum donation, one question per donation. Notice I already got one in from someone asking multiple questions for one minimum donation. We ain't doing that. So, hey Maria, how are you? How's a new place? I'm wearing clothes because the temperature has dropped a little bit and it's nice to wear clothes sometimes. Living in the tropics, it doesn't happen very often. Hey Deborah. So let's get some cards out. Hey, what's going on with twin flames? Anything? What were we told last time? Sometimes I don't remember. Okay, let's do it. What are we doing then? These. Use the Halloween stuff. So I was practicing my makeup because I'm going to a Halloween party on Friday to scare the kids. It's the kids on the island. They're preschool. Having a Halloween party on Friday. My friends organising it. A few of my friends are organising it, in fact. So I was trying out makeup. I thought I'd go as Chucky first of all. But then when I was like Googling Chucky makeup, there was better makeup for like evil doll. So I thought I'd just go as any generic kind of evil doll. There's some like really good makeup, hey? If you Google like evil doll or something like that makeup, some of them are just like way too good, like seriously would scare the children. Been buying wallpaper for the 2 bedrooms. Oh, well, you're not going to do it yourself, are you? Oh my God, I would never do wallpapering again. I found it one of the most stressful things in my whole life. And I was married at the time, and I said, let's not do that again. Like, seriously. Well, we got divorced in the end anyway, but I'm like, nah, we'll always get someone in to do that stuff for us. Oh, wow, it's hard, hey? We don't have wallpaper here. Oh, I've seen it once, but it's more like a decorative thing. I guess it is there, but no, it's more like keep a place warm there. But there'll be like decorative walls sometimes, mostly painted on by artists, but sometimes there could be paper involved. It's the only time I've ever seen it here. It's just, in climates like this, you don't want stuff that can get damp. It's very rare that there's paint. There's paint on these walls. That's very rare. It's usually bare concrete. Grey. It's kind of nice. I like it. You can paper. Oh, wow. Good for you. Everyone get Deborah around. I can do it, but I don't like it. No, it's not for me. I don't have the patience or something. I don't know. Hey, Judy. Right, we're starting out with the 7 of Cups choices to do. You do the wallpaper. You love it. Oh my God. You do a feature wall. Yeah. That's what I meant. Feature wall. Okay. 7 of Cups. Choices. Don't know what it's about yet. I know we had the message one time. We had the message that perhaps it was in a deeper, pick a card, but that the masculine is going to come in and be giving the divine feminine options, letting her choose some things or other. It could be about that, but I don't know. I need another card first before I can get into the flow of all of this and what the messages are. Painting boards. Yeah, I like painting. You see, I like painting. You can do the papering, I'll do the painting. Healing. That's what we were talking about last time. Yeah. So have you been reading that book? I have. I've got up to, I haven't finished it. I don't know how far I've got through it. Let's have a look. Hey, Arabella. No, I like painting, you see. Isn't it funny how we all like different things? Okay, where am I in this book? I'm up to part 3. A owner's manual for your brain. A billion stars go spinning through the night, blazing high above your head. But in you is the presence that will be when all stars are dead. I'm more than halfway through. I'm up to there. So I'm more than halfway through. And I ordered 2 other books as well. This one. Because I mentioned to my friend that I was reading a book that I'm reading, and he said you should read this one. It's Trauma and Recovery by Judith Herman. So I bought that right away as soon as he said it. And then someone, thank you, on my YouTube channel was watching the replay and commented on it saying, you should read this one too. So I got it right away. The Body Keeps the Score. Have you heard of this one? Bessel van der Kolk. So I got them right away, and I will be reading them after I've done with the one I'm reading now, which is Trauma, the Invisible Epidemic. Don't mind doing glossing that. You see, I don't like doing glossing the skirting boards. I don't like the gloss thing. Wall painting, love it. Wow, Maria. Hey, Connie. Isn't it funny how we like different things? Anyway, Four of Swords is about healing. That's why I was saying about it. Four of Swords. It's all about healing. So, I started getting the feeling that there's something significant to heal, and there will be choices. This is for the Divine Feminine around that. Now, I've been getting this feeling. I started getting it yesterday that perhaps for some of us, the hardest thing that we've had to heal, therefore the thing that we've been ignoring the most, the thing that we've managed to put away tidily enough for it to not bother us, needs to come out. Now, that could be done by reading books like that, but reading books like that might be done and then the actual issue needs to be faced. I don't know if you guys know that much about my story, but estranged from my kids through not divorce, we had shared care, but then it all went wrong when he decided to tell the kids that they didn't have to see me or even talk to me or anything, and they didn't have to go and live with me anymore. And then it all started going wrong. And yeah, I lost. I kept on having conversations, but it was very sparse because they've been told that. Then I was getting no response, and I've had no response for a long time. And my eldest son did come back to me apologizing for the bad behavior, but then has fallen into that same pattern. I haven't heard from him for years again. I've heard from him since I've been on this island, but not for years. Just never a response. A few years ago, he did respond to me saying, like, I'm sorry, I'm not responding. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at getting back in touch and stuff like that. Anyway. I'm okay with it now. I've just kind of, well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? There's only so long I can have one-way conversations and carry on attempting to communicate. I would really like to see them. Of course, I would really like to see them all. But it's going to be tricky when we do, right? There's a lot to go over. Anyway, something like that could be coming up. Either healing, but you see, the Seven of Cups is saying that we've got some choice about it. So you get to choose. Do you want to confront something or not, you know? Hey, Beck. You've read Body Keeps the Score. It's great. Good. See What You Made Me Do. Oh, I've not heard of that one. You're making me buy another book. See What You Made Me Do. Oh, wow. Yeah. One takeaway that I've got from that book that I'm reading at the moment, the shame aspect of it, you know, and how I know it was the shame aspect of it, and also the I don't have it that bad, which I did. I really did have it that bad. I was really, really suffering from the abuse, really. Like, I had no idea because, of course, I didn't know any different. And so, but looking back, I wish I'd got help. I didn't feel like it wasn't that I didn't feel like I deserved it. It didn't feel like I warranted it, you know? And things like that, statements like that, see what you made me do. It's the whole blame thing, you know? Even, I was blamed for it as a kid. I was blamed for what happened to me. And I thought that, like, well, you deserved it, you know? That's why I can't use that word. You won't hear me saying that in readings. And when other teachers say you deserved it, I'm like, you deserve it, you know? As in abundance teachers and stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, someone's about to hit me, or, you know? No, I can't use that word for worthiness. It's quite the opposite to me. You haven't lost all your kids. Well, good for you. Try and keep it going if you can. I just couldn't. I wasn't healed enough. And I tried to talk to him about it and address it, you know. But he just wouldn't have it. We're using him against me, you know. Try and punish me. Trauma, huh? But we have to deal with it. What's this? Yeah, there's something here for the feminine. The moon. Some kind of a healing block. It's not so much a block. It's like a signpost is what I'm saying. You're told that if you hadn't asked questions, it wouldn't have happened. Whoa. People try and justify things all kinds of ways. Shift the blame. And that's their shame talking too. But they put the shame gets passed on. And I realise now that it was the shame that stopped me. Oh my God, I wish I'd have sought help. I know the times were different back then, you know, so when I was younger, it was a long time ago, and it's different now. It is different now. Thank God there's more access to the help. You didn't know you were a victim at the time. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? We don't know any better. I mean, mine started when I was born. Like, seriously, I was abused as a newborn, so there was never anything different. And my parents also told me, well, my whole family, in fact, told me that other people out there were worse. So the help that I could have got, which at that time, you know, in the 80s, it was worse. I think they were actually right. You know, that it was Dr. Bernard. There were some child help kind of things, but it was Dr. Bernardo's. And yeah, there was some horror stories coming out of that as well, of child abuse. So there really wasn't anywhere to go. But yeah, I think I agree with that. I didn't know I was a victim. I knew that I wanted to run away. I knew when there was a kind person around me, which happened so very rarely. But there was one lady that looked after me when I was sick one time. My mum got her to look after me when she, I don't know, she had to go and work or something like that. I don't think she was working at the time, but my mum had to go and do something else. And there was a lady looking after me. And I remember crying so much because I didn't want her to leave. I recognized kindness when I experienced it. And it made me very emotional. Yeah. Of course, we're not equipped when we're children, right, to deal with any of that stuff. Not at all. To make sense of it. Wow, we're still making sense of it now, right? That was your mum trying to make excuses for your dad. Asking you if you wanted her to divorce him. Whoa. You see, this is what made me mad about what my ex-husband did with my kids. I'm like, you don't give young children decisions like that. You're meant to be the parent. It's like, no, it's their decision. And I get that in some respects it's their decision. But we're parents, and you've got to realize that some decisions aren't good for them, and the one that you're making is not good for them. And it's like, no, it's better for them. I'm like, what? Tourists. Oh no, staff. Yours was just 3 in marriage. Oh, lucky. No, I had it all my life. Ugh. Marriage wasn't actually that bad. I mean, obviously he's not emotionally intelligent, or wasn't. I don't know what he's like now. I certainly hope it's not him showing back up. But yeah, someone could show up is what I'm thinking. If you're ready for it, and if you choose. And it doesn't feel like it's a conscious choice, this. It feels like it's, are you ready for it? Is your soul ready for it? I'm certainly ready for it. Looking back, all of the healing that I did, wishing I would have got help looking back before I did, but realizing I wasn't in a good place. It's like you got to put your oxygen mask on first. I wasn't in a good place to handle it any better than I did. I handled it as best I could, and I'm proud of all the decisions that I made as well. There's nothing that I regret. I'm not saying that I wish it could have been different, but there's nothing that I regret in the decisions that I made. So, but I've certainly recognized that I'm ready for more now. Some difficult conversations, perhaps. The moon. So I was getting a signpost from this. Like, this could be a turning point in your life. You're a really close, loving family. See, I've never experienced that. I'm experiencing it now. My dad would do anything for anyone, but he was abused when he was a child, yeah. Right, so he came out of it. So there's different reactions, right, to trauma. Some of us get compensatey, so we get too nice, I say too because we tend to drop boundaries and stuff like that. And empowerment. So I don't think there's such a thing as being too nice, but there are things that go along with it, right? That too little of other things. So the moon, it feels like a signpost. Let me try and explain what I'm talking about. So I was getting this kind of, we've got choices. Our soul has made the choices. Our soul knows whether we're ready. This is not our ego choice, right? So our soul makes the choice of whether we're ready to heal this thing. And if we're equipped enough, if we have the support around us enough to be able to do this thing, if we're soothed enough, if we've got ourselves to a place of enough self-esteem and all of that to address the gnarliest thing is what it feels like. The thing that has you feeling like this. Perhaps the thing that you've been ignoring. The thing that you thought you'd put to rest there, in a grave there, like this is never to be opened again kind of thing. I feel like there's an option now to open it up again. The option is purely made at a soul level, at a higher self level. Your higher self is making this decision now. Ooh, Five of Swords is going to be conflict. Yes. There's going to be conflict. There's past battles, and there's going to be Hopefully not further battles, but there will be conflict. It's going to be tricky to face this thing for sure. Codependency, yeah. A little bubble of codependency. And we do that, don't we? We do that when we're healing. We get our little bubble of codependency. That's what Byron Bay was for me. It was a bubble of codependency. And you kind of need it at the time. You need that level of soothing. And then you need to get out of it at some point too. Interesting. Anyway, there's going to be some conflict. So I don't know who's going to be going through this. I've kind of got a feeling it's going to be me. But then we've got the Four of Wands, marriage. It's like this thing needs to be cleared out before this relationship can come in. I didn't explain the signpost properly, but it's not cut and dry. It's not black and white like that. I saw a signpost, so the path will be slightly different. If there's a path for those that are ready, for those whose higher self says that they're ready to deal with this thing from the past that you thought would never come up again. There's that path which will lead to the twin flame relationship coming together. Or the ease of the twin flame relationship coming together, it being more clean, less emotionally triggering. Because remember, we've got marriage card here and it's talking about the twin flames coming together, the Four of Wands. Now, that is going to be triggering to those of us that have got trauma, familial trauma especially, right? Because we're talking about marriage, we're talking about someone that wants to have that, and it's like, you want to have that with me? You've never had that before, and all of that trauma comes back from the past. So that's why it's going to be cleaner with this one rack. But if you're not ready, and you don't have to be ready, you don't have to be ready, and your higher self will know if you're not ready, then there's another route. This isn't saying that it won't happen, then you won't, if you don't do this or try and force it, because if you don't do this, you're not going to get together. It's not saying that at all. I saw clear signposts that there are different routes to this. Exactly. All you want now is in your life is love. I get it. It's like, yes. I can offer it. I can choose it. I can choose to have it around me. Choose to say no. And it's not that we can read all about trauma and it's like, okay, well, they're all traumatized too, but still stay away from me because I've got myself out of it now, and re-traumatization it's just not my thing anymore. I did that for many years. Re-traumatization, getting into the wrong relationships again, getting into the wrong friendships again, getting in this, nah. No, I'm not doing it anymore. Choosing love now. Love and boundaries, right? Okay. Oh, it's going to be quite heavy today. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. Perhaps the Divine Masculine is going through this too. Has he got something to face? Probably. You've got to be strong. I just heard a song in my head. You've got to be cool. You've got to be calm. You've got to get it together. Love will save the day. Be open-hearted. Tricky to people in the past. Now, I don't even think this is going to be the abusive people coming back in. I don't think it will be. I very much doubt it. Because when I was getting that feeling yesterday, it's like, oh God, is something coming for me? I'm like, please God, just let it be the children. I don't want it to be my ex. I don't want it to be any of the family. I've dealt with that, inside of myself. And sometimes outside of myself. But children, absolutely, come on back. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for those conversations. It's going to be hard. It's going to be emotional. But I'm strong enough. And sometimes it blows my mind, especially when people ask me about my children. It's like, yeah, they don't talk to me. And they're like, but you're like the nicest person. What? Well, nah, they don't talk to me. It seems just not correct. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Well, thank you, Deborah. Oh God, yeah, I've been through so much. That's why it's called Be Healing. I had so much. Like, it's all I've been focused on my whole life is healing myself, helping others too. I've had to so much. I'm ready for more. I wonder which one it'll be. All of them at the same time. That'd be good. Yeah, bring it on, bring it on. Seven of Swords. Some kind of sneakiness here. What's this about? Lies or something like that? About the Six of Wands. Again, another marriage card about victory. Oh, lies about victory. Okay. Okay, so this has got a couple of meanings here. This is either, Seven of Swords can so often be self-delusion, lying to yourself kind of thing about how happy you are, about winning at something. It can also be about other people. So this is the kind of reaction when you are two very hurt people and then pretending that as everything is okay when it's not. There's an element of that. Pretending that you feel a lot better than you do. It's like, how are you? I'm right. No, you're not. You know? It's that. So, yeah. I mean, it's no wonder, is it? The Empress stuff, Divine Feminine, we get to this point, like you're all talking about there, of knowing what we deserve now, what we want and what we deserve. It's like, hang on, I do this love thing, I deserve this love thing back. I'm not accepting anything else now. Not accepting anything else now. So that is the Divine Feminine, you know, when we get to that point. But watch out for this. So if someone does come back into your life and you really need to have a conversation with them, it might not happen if you accept this kind of nonsense. The I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. Oh no, there's way more that we need to talk about than that. Emotional conversations coming up for some here. And perhaps for a few of you, because we're in here, aren't we? And we're getting this message. So move up, move along. The moon card I was getting, it's like unknown directions. It's well, we all know, don't we? When we manage to heal something and clear something up, how it sets us free, how it allows us to be unencumbered and move forward towards something. Now, if we look at it energetically like that, we're all wanting something to happen. We've been waiting for something to happen. It's us that's been holding it back. Did we need to get ourselves to the point to be able to face this thing? Because this is a thing that is going to muddy or bring emotional debris into this relationship from your part. If you just think about that, for those of you that still, when you think about being loved properly, it still makes you teary. That means that there's something about when you weren't loved properly. There's something still to clear up there. Simran, thanks for your donation. But as I said before, only one question for a $10. So let's do one question for you. What is coming up for you in your current company and power plant? What's coming up next? Thank you, Simran. Okay. What's coming up next with Simran? Love, freedom, and joy and play. A break. It's setting yourself free from that. Time to move on. So, yeah. Time to move on. Freedom, love, and joy, play to something better, something that's better for you, something that's more fun than you. So, Work and meditate, it says. Um, Work. Sometimes work can be like, ugh. For some people, it's like that. You think of work, oh, what can I do for work? What can I do? What can I give away of myself and drain myself to get some money back kind of thing. It's not the way that I think of work. I have fun and drain myself. Yeah. So meditate on that, on your what work, how work feels like to you, the word work, and your concept of work. Not so much the word, but that. Meditate on that because we don't have to do things that we don't want to do for money. What about doing something that you'd really love to do that would be a lot of fun? Freedom, love, and joy. Meditate on that. It says meditate on it because you want to transition into something better. You want to be choosing something better. That's another thing in that book too that it said. It's like with trauma, we end up not looking after ourselves. We end up making bad decisions for ourselves. We see that. We see traumatized people making terrible decisions, not thinking about long-term better for themselves and stuff like that, just feeling like they don't deserve it. Well, you've kind of got that kind of an energy here, Simran. You need to change your mind about work and expand your mind to how great it could be instead before you go searching for something else. Yeah, so it's more the energy of freedom, love and joy. Meditate on that. And play as well. Yeah, play, freedom, love and joy. I love it. Get into that energy. So it's not so much about you jumping ship right now. It's about you changing your energy toward the concept of work so that you can get into something better. Sweatshirt off right now. Why? I was just looking at the Gymshark logo here. It caught my eye and it reminded me of what happened. Devastated. I'm devastated. What happened yesterday? I went training in the morning after 5 days break or something like that. It was good. I enjoyed it. And then when I was riding home, I went to pick up my laundry. I had 5 workout outfits, 5 of them in the laundry. 2 of them were latest additions, two favorites. She lost the bag with all of the bra inserts for all of those 5 outfits. She can't find them. That's 5 Gymshark workout outfits. Well, I've still got the outfits, and so I contacted Gymshark. She said, "Oh, just find out how much it costs for those. You can't get them. They're like a particular shape and stuff." Oh, I hope they show up. She'll have put them in someone else's bag, and I hope that they don't throw them away. I hope they bring them back to her because it's not just the little inserts. If I could get them, I could get them. Well, get them, but they say that they won't. They don't sell them separately and stuff. Choose people that don't hurt you, Judy. Anyway, Simran, that's you. Let's get back to the twin flame stuff. So divine masculine might be going through this too as well. Don't forget, but let's not focus on the divine masculine because we've got enough on our plate with ourselves. Let's find out more about it from the Book of Shadows Tarot. This should tell us a fair bit. What do you think? And it's my friend too, the laundry lady. She's not just any laundry lady, she's my friend. She's gutted. She's devastated. She feels bad about it. Okay, we'll take him. Starting out with the 3 of Earth. Gardening things. Gardening things. Plant life. Otherwise known as gardening things. The three of earth is a result of what can be done when different elements combine together. Working with others or as part of a team will allow you to accomplish more or even something entirely different than if you were to work alone. Oh, again, talking about this healing. Like I said, I didn't just say your higher self knows whether you're ready internally to handle this by yourself. I said, if you have the resources, if you're ready in yourself and you have the resources and you have the environment around you. Well, I said something like that anyway. It's so important. It's so important. To be in a safe place is so important. That's why here on this island is where I've managed to heal myself properly because I'm in the right environment. You can be in the wrong environment on this island, and I was the first couple of years, and then I moved to the right environment on this island. And with the right support around us, we can do this. Now, the three of earth is a result of what can be done when different elements combine together. Working with others as part of a team will allow you to accomplish more or even something entirely different than if you were to work alone. Don't do this alone. Don't do this alone. You don't need to do it alone. Even if it's just like talking in here about it, what you're going through. So if you like come along in here and say, Claire, it happened to me. One of my strange kids showed up or someone from the past showed up, and then talk about it like that. You don't need to go through it alone. The resources that we have around us are part of the resources, like the magician has. Use all the resources that are at your fingertips, and sometimes it's the people that are around you. And sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's just that. It's just that you're in the right environment for that, that you've got the right support around you to open this Pandora's box up now. The crone of earth, she's like, bring it on. Crone. We're able to deal with these things once we're croning. Crone of earth. She lays the earth to rest. Even the earth must regenerate, and there's time for everything in this life, including death. Could be that for some. It could be the death of somebody. Not for everyone, so don't start getting scared now, but it could be that someone passes. Could be. Could be someone coming back into your life. It could be that someone passes and it's significant, even though you might be distanced from that person. It still might be surprising, the healing journey that you go through when they pass. Could be that. Something's coming back around again. Then we've got spell casting. Woo! Oh. Wow. Let's find her. There she is. Strength again. Gonna have to be strong. Magic is focusing the will and working with the divine energies present to create positive change in the world. Learning to recognize and work with energy is relatively easy. The challenges are controlling our will and on creating positive change. So you're going to have to be strong in yourself, aware of your ego, aware of the part of you that wants to shut down, aware of the part of you that doesn't want to deal with this, aware of the part of you that gets hurt or shame and wants to put it back or say, no, I didn't, to not address this. The challenges are controlling our will or ego and on creating positive change. As humans, it seems that part of our lesson on earth is to muster up and properly channel our will, which sometimes seems too weak or too strong. Creating positive change is also difficult. We don't always want what is good for us or for others. It's not always a simple thing to know what is for the greatest good. Managing our will takes practice, discipline, and patience. Dealing with the question of greatest good is eased by maintaining a close connection with the divine. Once you know how it feels to be in good relationship with the divine, it's easy to recognize when you're not. That sensitivity can be a great compass. So part of these resources is that you've got connected now enough to be able to manage yourself and know when you're getting off track into ego and stuff like that. Because we're still going to have those human things, someone comes in and it makes us feel a certain way. Someone comes back in and we want to address it, we want to sort it out. not, but the cool, calm, collected, healed kind of person that we envision ourselves to be in that situation, what we feel is like but hurt, wanting to put it back on them, going or deny it, or all of that stuff that our ego wants to do. So that's where the strength comes in. The strength in keeping your heart open, the strength in staying connected with source, the strength in trying to do the right thing by you and what you've learned by your feeling. Or in other words, still taking care of yourself, still putting your oxygen mask on first, Hey, Cecil. Thank you. First timer. Then we've got the crone of water. All the crones are flying out. She saved something for later. Saving something for later. Oh, okay. Wow. Is this what we've been doing? In the past, we thought we'd laid something to rest. We thought we'd dealt with something. No, we didn't think we'd dealt with something. We thought that we'd drawn a boundary up to it and gone out of my life. No, never, no more, that kind of thing. The crone of earth is saying that this emotional thing has just been saved for later, saved for when you can deal with it, and that could be now for some of us. I didn't even need to read it this time. She's got such a confusing message by saving a bit of water for later, saving some emotional stuff for later, that I remember it. She's so weird, I remember her. And then we've got you. Christmas. You, where are you? You. The longest night of the year. The Great Mother gives birth to the sun god. The pagans celebrate the return of light to the world. At Samhain, when a god dies, he takes the light with him. After the winter solstice, the sun begins to return, and so does the god, in the form of a baby. Yule is a joyous celebration of the return of light, life, and warmth. Oh, could be getting toastier. That's what we're talking about, right? When you're saying, like, you choose love now. Judy said it. All I want in my life now is love. Well, what's that? It's like, I want to receive love now. I want to feel those warm and fuzzies. I want to feel that richness. It's my time now. I deserve it. I deserve that richness in life, the good stuff, right? Love and passion and nurturing and care and all of that. It's time. It's time now. We feel it. The joyous celebration of the return of light, life, and warmth. And it feels like there's one more hurdle, Yule is a celebration of faith. The light has not actually begun its return. So it's an act of faith to believe that it will return. The moment of the longest night before the lengthening days is brief, like a moment of death. You're going to be through this. This is something that needs to be faced, and you're going to be through it quite fast once you do it. But, we dread doing it, and we put it off decades, perhaps, for decades doing this. It's nearly impossible to pinpoint the exact moment the one thing ends and another begins. Nearly impossible, but that moment does exist. This card shows that moment when the dead Holly King hands over the rulership to the Oak King. It's the end of something. It's a moment of darkness before the dawn. Darkness before the dawn. Oh, got to face something. No wonder the guide said, read those trauma books, get ready, get ready. The trauma books aren't it, the trauma books are getting us prepared for what's coming. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be the return of the abusers or anything like that. I don't think it's going to be that. It's going to be something that's difficult, for sure. Oh, give me the creeps, that card then. 5 of Earth. Be persistent. Hang on in there. The water is stronger than the rock because it's persistent. 5 of Earth. Hang on in there. This might be really tricky. Lengthy scenarios. Yeah, it feels like this is the Yule card is saying that it's going to be over quite quickly once you face it. But yeah, it could be around Christmas as well. But the lengthy scenario that this Five of Earth is the past stuff. This is, like I said, this is something that you might have been putting off for decades. Whatever's going on will not resolve quickly or has not resolved quickly. The situation started much earlier than you may think. You see, that's what I was getting. And will continue longer. Oh, no. There are ways to gain strength and eventually achieve your goals through patient consistency. There you go. And then we've got omens, and I do not have a good feeling about this card at all. Oh my God. It's like yesterday. I was already prepped for this yesterday. I'm like, oh, I feel something coming. I feel something very emotional coming. I feel something that I've not been facing coming. It's a surprise. As mentioned earlier, there's really no bad energy. Well, I'm sure. Only inappropriate energy. And in the same way, there are no bad omens or experiences, but I am feeling it from this card, I'm telling you. But the ones we might consider inconvenient or undesirable, at least in the short term, is short-term discomfort. A shocking short-term discomfort that only you can get yourself out of by facing something. How can a majestic tree being destroyed by lightning be a positive thing, we wonder? All is one, the tree, the lightning, the fire, all part of the divine. The moon, a shadowy light that conceals more than it reveals, reminds us that we do not always understand the reasons for everything that happens around us. These things, these traumas, these disasters, for to us they are those things, the traumas, disasters. They do happen. Happens to everyone too. There's no getting away from this. It's part of life. Some of us have suffered more trauma than others though, at the hands of traumatized people. We may not understand why, but we're sometimes given a portent, a warning, so that we may be prepared. I got the warning yesterday. I got it direct yesterday from my guides when I was focused on other things. I was reading the trauma book and I'm like, oh God, I feel it. Someone's coming. Llewllyn is how to pronounce. I almost said it. You read my mind. You read my mind. Because I knew that I was saying it wrong and I almost said it. I said it in my mind. I'm like, I know I'm reading this wrong. I know it's not said like that, but I can't remember how I do say it. Llewllyn. Is that right? Llewllyn. Sounds like a Burmese person's name to me. Llewllyn. Okay, I'll try and remember. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for that, Lisa. You read my mind. You must be psychic. Could be Yule time. I think it's now. I think it's before that. Eclipses. 6 days away. Is that right? Is it 6 days away, the eclipse? I'm going away in 2 weeks to the dentist again. Wow, it's been that long. 2 months later. Just to check on my new teeth. She's doing great. It's weird. This tooth is weird. Fixed solidly to my head. It just feels so strange. Still getting used to it. Yeah, it's on the 25th, in the afternoon of the 25th, so pretty much on the 25th for everybody. 6 days away. The eclipse. Could be around then, could be any time before then. So I'm going to try and remember that. Today you decided you can't live in Syracuse anymore. It's going to be a while, but I'm going home. It's going to take a while. Good for you. You've been more psychic recently. Intuitive, same thing. Same. Omens. So yeah, it's not a nice surprise. It is a nice surprise, but it's not. It's It's a, oh God, now I've got to face this. It's the thing that you've been dreading. Great. Six of air. There's chicken cat. Where is chicken cat? Those tourists can go away that are harbouring my chicken cat. They're back with me in the mornings. Six of air. There's chicken cat on the book. Just saved her from the gnarly cat the other day. He was chasing her. She was hissing at him. I'm like, just get in the house. And she wouldn't. So I had to kick her up the bum. Just tapped her on the bum to get him moving. And told him, leave her alone. Oh, I don't like that cat. He's a stray Siamese. Of course, we're in Siam here, so. He's, whew, tough cat, you know. Anyway, oh, it is about animals. I forget. It is about chicken cat. Deepening our connection with animal helpers. Wisdom guidance through animals. Pay attention to animals that are showing up for you and Google them, what it means. That's what I'm getting from that. You might get some help through that. How odd. How odd for that to come next. Got another crone there. There's certainly something about everything that you've learned helping you now to deal with this situation. Oh, I hope it's one of my children. All of them. One of them. I don't bring it. Bring it on. It would be great. Okay, next deck. Anyone want a mini read? Check out that pinned comment up top. Get a mini read. Donations in. We'll do that for you. Ooh, we've got 3 cups. And we've got the King of Chalices, King of Cups, and we've got the High Priestess. Now back onto the twin flame stuff. Not that any of that wasn't about twin flame stuff. This is like, you know how I said Divine Masculine is going through something at the moment, and he's got kind of an up-leveling to do. He's got a rite of passage is what he's doing at the moment. He knows he's got to do the right thing and everything, and he's doing that, right? So now it's Divine Feminine's turn. She's got a rite of passage. It's something about opening up emotionally, opening your heart up, ready to actually receive that love that you say that you've been wanting to receive it, to get rid of this thing. It's going to get rid of that trauma that still has you a little bit like, stay away from me, love. Don't you be loving me. Don't you be loving me, right? You make me cry. That kind of thing. There's a screeching owl. Ooh, wisdom. Squirrels. That's what the squirrels say here. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Everywhere. And tree shrews. They look like squirrels, but they're not. They kind of got pointier noses, and the tails are thinner. It's all bushy kind of thing, but slimmer. And they all run around out there. There's a couple of trees out here that have, you know, the knobbly limes. What do you call those? Ugly limes? There's a couple of those trees out the back here. And they wait until one of them's ready, and then they climb along that branch, twist it off, put it in your mouth, and it's big for one of those, and then they run along back to wherever, I don't know, the families or whatever. Thanks, Lisa. I do like my aqua colours. I wanted to do aqua eyeshadow today, but I picked the blues. Okay, back to the romance. What's going on with twin flames then? We've got the 3 of chalices here, the 3 of cups, which is a celebration. It's a coming together. It's a party kind of a thing. In this deck, I think it still is that. Three women gathered in a joyous celebration. The divine blesses them. I do feel like women have been doing this together. I think we'll be sharing stories. The divine blesses them and undines join the party. Their act creates more joy and brings happy energy into being. A spontaneous, unexpected joy or pleasure. King of Cups, the one that loves you. The one that loves you. Encouraging others to express themselves. Express yourselves. Express yourself and share your heart, it says. I've got a sudden light feeling. So the King of Cups encourages others to express themselves and share their hearts, right? I'm feeling like Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine are not doing this, and they both need to do on their individual paths. Remember how many times we had that path card out? On their individual paths, they need to sort that stuff out that has them holding back from that expressing themselves, expressing themselves and opening their heart and expressing their heart, what's in their heart. Neither are doing it at the moment is what I'm getting. Neither are doing it at the moment because of this crap that we've all still got going on. Way more healing to do. The High Priestess, you know it. And you know it, says the High Priestess. The app guy's married. Just friendly. That's nice. Well, that's letting love in, you know. That's a sign. We let love in. Do we do it through other people first? Like, romance should come last, really. And doesn't it? The High Priestess is the keeper of the dark, mysterious knowledge, because what she gives cannot be taught or explained logically. It sometimes seems scary, but there's no way around it. It must be experienced to be known. Muster up some trust. Take a hand, dive in. Connection with the divine, a deep, certain knowledge. Asset protection. You got this. That's what I'm getting from that, is you've got this. Yes. So the love is there. King of Chalices is saying that the love is there between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but neither are in a heart-healed enough place to fully express it. And that's not saying, oh, you're both behind and you're both like messed up. It's not that. We're talking about a whole new level of stuff. We're not saying like, oh, everyone else has sorted this stuff out. What are you guys doing? It's like, no, look around you at the world. We've got traumatized people, like leading countries with all the messed up stuff being poured into it. And it's just, it's out of control. The amount of trauma that's flying around is out of control. But to get to that place where we can really, you haven't felt it before, is what I'm getting, to be truly open and accepting that love. You've not been ready for it before, and you're not ready for it now, but you will be. You will be. So you know what to do, the High Priestess. You've got enough information, enough resources around you. You've got your connection with the divine. It's time to end this pain, to be the true phoenix. I had my phoenix tattoo done down my side when I was feeling healed at last. Are we ever truly that though? But there's another element to it. So the Ten of Swords, the ending the pain, even more pain, past pain to be brought up to heal. Swords, where are you? Our thoughts become reality. Dwelling too much on the past and hoping for things that cannot be prevents a healthy life from unfolding. This woman is ready to put an end to old thought patterns and unrealistic expectations. By doing so, she prepares herself for new ways of thinking. Accepting and releasing unpleasant or unfortunate circumstances from the past. That's what it is. It's relieving heartache. big and we're ready for it. Well, most of us. The Nine of Swords, though. That's a backward step. Close that. Nine of Swords. We don't like this. All sorts of thoughts and ideas dress themselves up as truth and come home to roost. It's going to be quite stressful, this. They become very persistent and make it difficult to see other possibilities, no matter how much better or close at hand they seem to be. The power of worry and regret. We've got a lot. And just remember as you're going through this, for some of you, it might be imminent. Just remember as you're going through it. What was I going to say? To be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself as you're going through this. Like I said before when I was talking about my story, I kind of got regrets and I don't have regrets. I don't have regrets about any choices that I made. But of course I wish it could have been different. Of course. I knew that I couldn't do any different. I did the best that I possibly could, and we need to know that. And perhaps we need to say that as well. And perhaps we need to acknowledge that everyone else did the best that they possibly could too. There's something about facing regrets, and it might not be it's making me feel a bit sick. It might not be pleasant at all, in the slightest. I mean, that's an understatement. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. The richness doesn't even get anywhere close to the word that I'm getting, the feeling that I'm getting, I mean. The Ace of Cupsiness about this twin flame relationship when you get together and the love that's there and that being exactly what you're wanting now, just being everything that you've been missing your whole life, that kind of love. That is riding on this. This is saying you're not quite ready for it yet because of this stuff. And this stuff needs to be out of the way first before you can truly be open. Like that phoenix, it's like a lotus, I only do this with someone that's doing the work too. Of course. Otherwise they'll be dishing out shame. Can't have that. The Hierophant. You had a Victorian dream. You're impaled by a sword in your back. Landed on the steps of Trafalgar with two ladies sitting there. I think it was the postman. Wow. I can't remember my dream last night. The night before, and this is a recurring dream because it seemed very familiar. I go to a hotel, right? And the hotel, it's like a bit of, it would be like in Southeast Asia probably. Where there's not so many building restrictions and staircases don't have to be even or anything like that, and they can be very tiny. But in this hotel that I go in, they give me a key, this is your room number, and I go to find it. So I got one set of stairs, and it's kind of small stairs, stairway. And you go around the corner, you got to go up to the next level because my room wasn't on that level, and it's even smaller. And then the last level for the two that are kind of right at the top in the attic kind of thing, those rooms, that's my room. But the stairwell is tiny, so much so that you've got to actually squeeze your way through it and it feels like a trap. I have that dream quite a lot. What is that about? It's horrible. And I don't want to go to that room, and it feels like a trap, and it just, that constriction and everything like that. Yeah. You haven't given him the chance to say the last energetic words of my wife. Oh. Hierophant is up next. Commitment. No, Hierophant in this deck, it's about having learned your lesson so much that you can speak it out now. Ooh. The self-healing stuff and stuff like that. I think you've got someone coming towards you who has done has made some progress with their healing, so that you can actually, if you both get your egos out of the way, can sort through this in a very healing kind of a way. What you've learned can be taught. It's not a teaching moment, it's more of an application moment. Can be applied. Yeah, it is. It's a nightmare. It's horrible. I don't like it. And it happens over and over again. Hierophant, tell us what the hell you're going on about, Hierophant. The teacher. The teacher understands the theory behind things. This is us, by the way. She also knows that moving from theory to practical application is not always a smooth transition. Now you get to apply it. Ooh. She helps others understand. No, this is about you. It's not about others understanding, it's about applying it. Not only the whys and wherefores of the subject, but she also helps them apply the knowledge to their everyday lives in ways. You get to apply it in this situation. You get to apply what you've learned, the spiritual lessons that you've had, all of this stuff that we've been doing, we get to apply it. In one of the gnarliest issues in our lives. This is significant. Talk about death, rebirth, Scorpio season. We're about to head into Scorpio season. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. Then we've got Four of Wands, marriage. You see, it's like this is riding on it. It's riding on it. The marriage is riding on it. It's like for both of you to be open. You can be asking like, well, why aren't they communicating with me? Why are they holding things back? Why this? Why that? It's like, well, you're actually holding your energy back too, but you're not realizing it because you're doing the best you can, and you know that. But you get to apply these things that you've learned, and there's marriage riding on this. It's like you can't fully commit, and they can't fully commit until you both can be fully open with each other. And I'm not saying it's like you wouldn't share it, but you'd share it from your perspective now. You know, I'm not saying like you wouldn't tell them about the gnarliest things in your life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the gnarliest things in your life would still have you locks and things in front of you, even though you don't want that to be. It would be. Queen of Pentacles. Stable, grounded. Let's read both of those out. Marriage. A lot of marriage on the table. This has planned this festival. They have planned this festival for quite a while. Many people working together toward a common goal is often cause for celebration, especially when an event goes off without a hitch. Celebrating the manifestation of a goal or the happy event. Yeah, it's just marriage. Just marriage. Queen of Pentacles is you. You'll feel more. Not only will you be ready, but you'll feel more in your physical world, more related, more relatable, more related, more a part of it, more you deserve it. You'll feel it more like you deserve it. Not just a concept, you actually put it into practice like you'll feel you deserve this now. Settle. There's a stability about the Queen of Pentacles. You'll once you've done this thing, you will really feel it in a very personal way. The things that have just been, you've conceptualized it and you've got it, and you know, you've done a lot of the preparation work toward it, but you haven't fully felt it yet. And you might have been trying to feel it. You might have been going, yeah, I know I haven't fully felt it yet, but I've been trying to. And that's come up over and over again in readings perhaps for you, or that message has come out a few times. You've been trying to get yourself to feel it. But as I always say, that sliding scale, that bandwidth of emotions that we've got, what we'll accept in our lives, it's not about reaching high. We can't do that. It's a bandwidth. We've got to let go of the things down here. We've got to let go of stuff in order to reach those heights. There's just no way around it. That's what we have to do. That's why this channel is called Be Healing. That's why I'm all about that. There really is no other way of leveling up than to clear out the shit that's at the bottom. We've got some deep shit that's at the bottom of ourselves here. And it's time. It feels like it's time. Anyone looking forward to it? I am and I'm not. I am actually, more than I'm not. Yes. Yes, Scott, go for it. Yeah, I was just about to say that. If anyone wants a mini read, check out that pinned comment. The comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. Get your donations in once I've done this round of just a few of these cards to see if there's any loose ends that need wrapping up in this guidance. I'll be doing the mini reads, so get them all in now. Get a personal question to ask. We have the Page of Crystals coming out. It's like I saw a seed, I saw a pill, I saw an option, a choice, back to the start, Seven of Cups. You got the choice of this, but you're given that option. You want to do this. Again, there's a signpost. We got the choice of this. Page of Crystals. It's a seed as well. It's like something that can grow into much, much more. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to plant it? Page of Crystals. How interesting. Your ideas and plans are headed in the right direction, so it's important to maintain a focus on your goals and aspirations. Where do you really want this to head? Samain makes me think of the scene in Moon Stallion. Oh, Moon Stallion, I don't know that. How would you say it again? Sarwin. Sarwin. Burmese person. Sarwin. They're all called Win. Some kind of a win. Well, they're not, in fact. A win is a very popular name. Burmese, Myanmar. Of which there are a lot that live here. Your ideas and plans are headed in the right direction, so it's important to maintain a focus on your goals and aspirations, what you want to come from this. Yeah, because this could be really tricky, and so you need to like have the end in sight kind of thing. Know why you're doing this. Because, I think, well, I think our ego is going to go, oh God, I'm going to run away from this. I don't want to deal with this. I want to leave it in this. I want to leave it in that coffin. Who wants to dig up that dead body? Not me. I think our ego will say, hell to the no, let's not do that. But this is really good. This is the seed, that's planted for big change, big change. Ace of Cups in us, yeah, it's a good one, hey? But there's no other way of saying it. That feeling that I was getting, it's just your heart being so full and receiving stuff. There's not a word for that. Ace of Cups in us is it. Okay. I received one donation for one question, Simran, and I did it. That was after the first line of Tara, whenever that was in this recording. But yeah, multiple questions for a minimum donation is not happening. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. End of the pain. This book will be beautiful about it because it always is. Love this book. The Ten of Swords is known to show up during the difficult life challenges, which are often traumatic, disastrous, or unexpected. It's the stuff that's been disastrous in your life and it's caused even more trauma. I'm telling you, it's something that's come from trauma and it's been disastrous. It's caused even more trauma with you, with others, from you, from others, or just mess. It's just a mess. This may also be an indication of lying or deceit from someone else, with the hurtful outcome of being betrayed. Oh yeah, that too. That'll be added into the mix. Know that despite the hardships, a new phase or beginning will transpire from processing and releasing this phase of your life, and it's ages ago. From processing and releasing this phase of your life, you will learn to move forward with illumination and strength. Strength again. It's the transformation of negative experiences that puts everything else into perspective. In seeing past the shadows into the light which shines through. It's recovery. Wow. Enlightenment, no less. Release, transformation, self-love, compassion. This is significant. This is really significant. This is like, well, we knew something important was going to happen right around these eclipses. I did. This is going to be like major turning point in your life. You'll have had major turning points in your life before. I know I've had. This is going to be one of them. You've just got to stay there. I got one. Scott, thank you. I got it, Scott. I got it. Then we got the Ace of Swords. Interesting card, just because the sword is down. That's true. Ace of Swords, a truth being revealed, but the sword is down on this one. Swords are meant to be up when the truth is revealed, but let's see what it says, because this book... Oh, I happened to hit the right page, yay. The Ace of Swords indicates a heightened state of spiritual and mental clarity. Oh, you are so ready, you guys. You ready? I'm ready. Come on, let's do it. It's the emergence of great determination and power in order to reach your goals successfully. I feel like none of us have been ready for this, like we're ready for it now. Been held back from us. It marks a new beginning, project, plan, or vision. Oh, it's going to be everything. You know, I knew this. I was told this ages ago, and I knew deep down this ages ago that when you get it, you're going to get it all at once. All at once. And it's because of this. It's like once you heal something that is really significant, everything that's kind of like in escrow for you, everything that's coming to you can come in now. It marks a new beginning, project, plan, or vision. Very often this also connects with an accelerated shift in consciousness as you're able to move ahead with wisdom and truth. It feels like a relief. It may feel as though nothing can stop this progress, regardless of what the future may hold. Now's the time to seize the opportunities. Oh, don't run from this, don't. In order to create new positive changes in your life. Time to stand out on your own against all odds. Woo! King of Cups, there he is again. Oh, they love us, they do. I think they might be going through it too. Masculine, finally facing up. Oh, they love us, we know that. But, yeah, I love you, but I've not been able to come in yet. Why can't you come in yet? Because I got this stuff that I need to do first. State of emotional strength and control over one's life. They need to gain control over their life. They've got something really similar going on, the masculine, for sure. The ability to balance creativity and artistic expression with knowledge and wisdom. Connection of your inner voice and higher self. Seeing the spiritual teachings in every situation. An emotional maturity that comes from the acceptance and understanding of unconditional love. It's ruled by the head and the heart. There's a deep wisdom that comes from the acknowledgement of love and emotional strength, as well as subconscious and conscious states. Highly compassionate and caring individual who has a strong emotional maturity. Doesn't yet feel like he deserves the love yet, and nor do you, because you've both got this shit from ages ago left over, still in there. This person is very self-aware and offers positive counsel and advice to others. Then we've got the Three of Crystals. Oh, I'm getting from the Three of Crystals that you're both kind of doing this together, even though you're not doing it together, you're on your separate paths. You're both kind of doing this together, in parallel, alongside each other, both going through something significant. Three of Crystals is an indication that you've reached a state of accomplishment after all your hard work. With this new insight, you understand the steps you'll need to take in order to maintain your success. Interesting. So that means that whatever you're going to be dealing with here, it kind of teaches you how to move forward so that doesn't happen again. You'll know what not to do or what to do, perhaps through the conversation that you'll have with someone that shows up. They might say to you, well, yeah, that hurt, and that, that you might be saying like, well, I did the best I could, and might be telling them what you were going through, and they'll say, well, yeah, but that hurt me, that caused this shame or whatever, and they might tell you something like, if you'd have done this or said this, they might just give you a clue, and you might really take that to heart and say, you know what, you're right. I will do that in future. I will do that in future. You can maintain your success and you can take it forward. I think it's going to be fundamental to this relationship, what you learn in the next couple of weeks as you go through this. I think it's going to be in the next couple of weeks. I think it's around the eclipses. So next 3 weeks. There's going to be a nugget of wisdom for you. Not like what you did wrong or something like that, but what you could have done better. And you take that forward like, yeah, that is really important, and that's something that I missed. And I can do that. And that will allow you to maintain success. That means better relationships, not be manifesting some more shit in your life for later. The Three of Crystal also signifies great skill, passion, and manifestation of creative projects. It's also the acknowledgement and appreciation of teamwork, friendship, and collaboration. I think twin flames, you're kind of pushing each other into this, but also causing each other to level up, to get ready for this, and all of that. I think you're on parallel paths at the moment with your twin flame here. You're not someone who comes off as superior to others. Rather, you appreciate the qualities that each individual has to offer. A great sense of wisdom. I think we're going to be learning from people, what people have been through in a situation. Spiritual enlightenment and modesty, which comes through the embodiment of unconditional love. Lots of unconditional love being mentioned here. Could be getting back to that. And the Queen of Swords. Ooh, boundaries. Probably not in this deck, because this deck is just so lovely. Queen of Swords. Your strength and powers of discernment are needed at this time. You may want to detach your inner emotions or fears from a given situation in order to make an objective decision. A need for an unbiased opinion about something. So yeah, you're going to have to be open and look at things from other perspectives. You're going to have to try and keep your emotions out of it, but feel your emotions too, but try and keep that out of it. That makes sense. It kind of makes sense in me too. We need to feel our emotions and face our emotions and embrace those emotions and all of that and feel it, but not let it, because it's going to fuel the ego, right? Not let it run us on our minds. Keep our minds on the job kind of thing of what we've learned. And yeah, it's going to take a lot of balance, openness. Look to all the facts before making any judgments. Think with your head this time as opposed to your heart. Yeah. It's not saying shut your heart down or don't feel your emotions or anything like that. It's like saying don't let those emotions fuel what's going on in your head. Lots of advice. Hi. I think that's enough. Good luck, everybody. Bring it on. Scott, what's your question? There we have it, everybody. Or do you just want a general reading? Special request for my reservation. I booked my hotel yesterday. Hello. A put that I was going to arrive at 2 o'clock, between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. I put 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. And they say, don't you mean 2 p.m. and 3 p.m.? Yeah. They say they are open 24 hours, but I'm not quite sure that I want to arrive at 2 p.m. Oh, okay. I'll respond to that. Thanks for your donation, Scott. What's Angelina Jolie? Energy towards me, future intentions to our connection and love. Good question. Angelina, nice name. Okay. Let's get to that question. What's Angelina's energy towards you? Let's see. Oh no, I did that wrong. Why does that happen? Okay. Okay. Move away and touch. Right. You trigger Angelina. Okay, let's try and put this into words. Angelina has stuff going on from the past, and you trigger her about that. She wants you to come closer, but she wants to push you away. This card touch is often about a little bit of something, but this time it's not. It's actually about physical touch. So there is something triggering. It's the I want you to come closer, stay away from me kind of an energy because of triggering. So if you're feeling that at the moment, that could be very confusing to you. Someone that's scared of spiders, right? They might want to get over that. And so they might have a therapist there going, here's a spider. And they're like, oh, no, take it away from me. And then they're like, okay, breathing. Here's a spider, right? Little bit by little bit. Now, you're kind of like that therapist at the moment. And you need to know that. It's like, okay, I'm the trigger for Angelina. She wants me to come close. She wants to push me away. What the hell's going on? Like as if she's like healed and she's not triggered. No, you need to know she's triggered. She wants you to come closer. She wants to let you in, but then she pushes you away. She needs that little bit. She needs a little bit of you at a time. Yeah. And then she deals with what's come up for her. She pushes you away. She's just in that process at the moment. So, yeah, you are the scary spider. Don't shut the door to her. Keep on going forward. Keep on going forward, though, knowing that she'll go, okay, enough for now. Let me deal with what's just come up. Intimacy and growth. You're getting there. You are getting there. She wants to persist for herself. It sucks when we're in that kind of position. You've probably done it yourself as well. I think we all have. We really want something and then we find ourselves pushing it away because we can't handle it. And we're like, it's horrible to be in that position. But, yeah, you're on the right path for sure. You both want this. You're on the right path. It's not easy. Keep on going. And, yeah, really watch your ego because you don't want to shut it down. And don't be treating her like she's, got everything sorted and should be able to let me in, That kind of perspective doesn't help anyone ever, right? I'm not suggesting that you've got that, but yeah, you just need to know that you're the scary spider deliverer at the moment. Intimacy, though, it's leading to intimacy. It is growing. Yeah, it's hard to deal with, I know. Ouch, because it hurts us, doesn't it? But you've not got to take it personally. Like, even though it kind of is, because you're the spider. You know that spiders know it too, right? They're not scary. They're not. Spiders just like love me, but no. If someone's scared of spiders, they're scared of spiders. That's what Pam Gregory alluded to regarding the push-pull. End of October. Did she? How interesting. I haven't watched her for a while. Pam Gregory is the pink one. If I'm the blue one, she's the pink one. She's so funny in the videos. She's so pale, like pale. And she wears like pink. And she has like pink walls and pink furniture. And she's all pink. Even her skin, like everything matches. Is that right? The push-pull. So I hope that helps you, Scott, because that's what's going on. So yeah, I hope that'll help you to feel more compassionate and stay in the game kind of thing. Don't take it personally. It's not that you're the scary spider. You are, but you're not, you know. She has a filter as well, does she? She's pure pink. It's like, how do you spot her amongst the pinkness of it all? Funny. Okay, now we know what's going on with Scott. Good luck with that, Scott. It's hard to take. You need to stay strong. I wonder if there's something else you can be doing. Got to be something in it for you. I mean, to learn. You got I am heard and have a good time. She's got it. I mean, yeah. The thing is, if you're talking to her at the moment, saying how it's affecting you, it's just going to make her even feel even worse. And if the spider goes, "What have I ever done to you? What why are you scared?" It's not helping. She knows it's not logical. She knows it's not personal, but she's feeling it. Intimacy comes at the end of all this, so try and enjoy yourself. You're learning a lot, okay? Yeah, try not to take it personally. Easier said than done, I know. I had a thing that I took personally, and I'm like really trying to focus. At the weekend, one of my friends had a party and they forgot to invite me, and the first I heard of it was seeing the pictures of them all having a good time without me on Facebook. And on one of the pictures, I'm like, no invite, crying face. She's apologized. Totally forgot about me. I don't know. She hasn't said why, but I presume she just forgot. Anyway, I took it personally. I did. She won't have done it personally at all. But I took it personally. It's so hard not to, hey? But it's our triggers when we take it personally. Like that. Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming along. Good luck with all of this. Wow. And don't forget, we've got to do this together and be sharing what's going on as you're going through this as well. Even what's come up, you might want to do that in our Facebook group as well. In our Facebook group. You might want to share stuff as we're going along this. Even before it happens, you don't have to wait for the person or that thing from the past to come back. If you're like, oh God, I'm dreading it because it might be this, you know, that could be part of what we're going through at the moment. And as I said, for some people, it might be a death. Someone might pass away, perhaps one of your abusers or something like that. It could be something like that. Nothing good comes easy, right? Another thing in reading that trauma book as well that came to me yesterday as I was reading it was how toxic law of attraction teachings can be. Not all of it, but some of it is really toxic, really leading to further trauma. and how traumatized people are attracted to the law of attraction because we make it all about us in the first place. And then we're like, oh yeah, law of attraction is all about me. It is all my fault. And I can change it. Apparently it's a side effect of trauma that we think that we can control the world and change it and make it a really great place. Try and make it a really great place when it's not. There's all kinds of crap here. And it's like, yeah, I can see why the law of attraction really attracts people that are traumatized, and in one way makes it a little bit better, in another way makes it worse. Feeds into the already dysfunctional thing that we've got going on, that I can make the world a better place and I can change this by changing myself. It's like the kid that's been abused. I can change this by changing myself. No, you can't. It's the adults. It's the ones that did it. It's not yours, right? But then there's that other side of it, that we can change how we deal with it. And that is worthy of a focus. Anyway, enough. Enough already. Let's do this all over again on Friday, 2 days' time. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for your donations. And I will see you all on Friday. Do check out, a pick a card read that I recorded on Monday, which is what's coming in by the end of the year. What did your person want with you by the end of the year? That's the video that I'll be putting out in about 10 hours on my YouTube channel. So check that out. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.